We're going to go do our games. You want to bop around the league and figure out who's going to win these games this week?
Yeah, let's do some bopping football.
Here, let's bop around this schedule right here. We got our first one right here. Hey, Connor, I need to figure out how to keep track and know my picks on Sunday. I have no idea who I pick.
Got them right here for you.
Thank you, Ty. Appreciate you. All right, Lions are traveling to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Lions are 7-point dogs. Is that what I'm seeing correctly right there?
Yep. Off the bye.
Ooh, Lions coming off a bye. You know what Motor City Dan Campbell's like off a bye. Absolutely. Usually they're on fire. So let's see. They're 7-point dogs heading to Dallas. What do you think, Pat? Dak Prescott, right? The return.
Yes.
Dak's back, Dak and Zeke, new offensive scheme that Dak hasn't really got a chance to run yet because when Dak's healthy, Kellen Moore has him throw the ball 75 times a game, and he's able to break records and put the ball all over the yard. I think it's good. I think they win, but I like the Lions to cover 7 points just because I don't think they should, and that's how I feel right now about the game.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm going Cowboys here, -7 at home. I think Dak brings a lot of juice, and I think the defense plays well. Even though Detroit, they're going to get some points. They're going to get their yards. But Dallas here, -7 for me. Next one, the Colts. The Colts are hot. The Colts are really hot right now, traveling to Tennessee. And the Colts are 2.5-point dogs in Tennessee. That's a bit surprising for me coming off a huge win.
Noon Central Time kick there. That's going to be an early one. Give me the Colts +2.5 because I believe Shaq Leonard is playing, right? He was a participant yesterday.
Yeah.
Hold on,
so
Pat.
was JT as well.
Hold on, Pat.
The Colts have ruled out linebacker Shaq Leonard.
Yes, he is out.
JT and Nyheim Hines should be on track to play, though.
And Kwity Paye are both out.
Kwity Paye, too?
At least Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines are both on track to play, which means not a guarantee, but hopefully we see them both in there.
We need to give the ball to 35, too. We just found a golden gem. We got Jelani Woods. We need to get on the field more. 35 needs to get on the field more. We have players. Let's get them on the field so we can win games. Okay? Let's do that.
Here we go.
Give me the Colts +2.5 in Tennessee for, I think they're going to win the game. Yeah.
All right. I'm taking the Colts +2.5 as well, actually, on that one. As much as I don't want to agree with you on there, I will.
Matt Ryan has led 4 comebacks in the fourth quarter, 3 of them for a win, 1 for a tie. Okay. So whenever you talk about the Matt Ryan Colts era, it's about grit, it's about persistence, it's about winning ugly. Give me the Colts in a very ugly, boring, ambient type game in Tennessee.
All right. The New York Giants travel to Jacksonville. The Giants, am I reading this correctly? They are 3-point dogs in Jacksonville. What is there injuries I don't know about? How does this happen?
No respect. That's how.
Dable might try to put up 100 on them, right? I mean, they're 3-point dogs going to Jacksonville against. I mean, geez, here we go. New York Giants. I'm going to go right now. I'm taking the Giants here as the +3 underdogs against Jacksonville. Who you got?
I'm not going to disagree with you. Give me the Giants +3. I do not like betting or picking this game at all, though. It makes no sense to me. 5-1 taking on.
What do they know? What do they know that we don't?
They were good. They looked good. There was moments where Jacksonville Jaguars looked very good, very well coached.
I agree. But the Giants are one of the hottest teams in the league right now.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like live. I remember thinking last week when the Colts weren't doing a single thing. I mean, it was tough football to watch. I remember thinking during that game, like Jags seemed to be a pretty good team, explosive runs. Like, hey, this might be a real squad. Nonetheless, give me the Giants +3 as well alongside of you.
Okay, Browns are traveling to Baltimore, take on the Ravens. Browns are 6.5-point dogs here. Where are you leaning?
Give me Brownie going on the road. I think Ravens win, but I think it gets close late. I think it's a backdoor cover, 6.5.
Hell yeah.
I like that, but I'm going Ravens here -6.5 at home. Hopefully they figure that thing out. Now the Atlanta Falcons traveling to Cincinnati, take on the Bengals. The Falcons are 6.5-point dogs. A bit surprising. Bengals, I think, are definitely trending upwards, but where are you going to go here?
I think Bengals win. Shout out to Jamar Chase for coming on the show. Shout out to the indoor facility. Shout out to everybody over there. But give me the Atlanta Falcons because Artie Smith said we're going to run the hell out of the ball. We're going to win a game, and we're going to drink Bud Light. And I want them just to do well, so I'm going Falcons +6.5. Not that I don't want the Bengals to do well. I just like the Falcons' run game. I like the way they're scrappy, and I think 6.5 is a lot of points for a 1 o'clock game with this Falcons team.
I'm actually pretty much on board with everything you just said there. So I'm going Falcons at +6.5, and then we move on to Green Bay, traveling to Washington to take on Carson Wentz and the Commanders. Green Bay -4.5. I'm just going to continue to be a mark. Heineke's in. See, that makes me even
revenge game.
More upset. Or that makes it even tougher for me. I think Heineke can sling that thing. Heineke is a gamer. He's going to want to prove that, hey, I should never be taken out of this lineup. Keep me in here.
We had that conversation earlier in the week, AJ.
Yeah.
Like, almost more scared of the Commanders with Heineken. That's
Yeah,
so
for real.
rude.
Absolutely.
Don't mean to be rude. Don't mean to be rude. We love Carson here more than anybody else. Even though people say the opposite, which is rude, and I don't like it.
That
I
being
should start
said-
suing people.
Yeah,
I
that's
start suing
bullshit.
people, libel and slander.
I
That's
don't
right.
know, Pat. You know, we know a couple high-profile people that had some lawsuits out there, and we never saw them again. So watch out for that.
You're right. Give me the Commanders plus 4.5.
All right, I'll take the Packers
No,
here.
give me the Packers. Give me the Packers minus 4.5. What am I doing? Give me the Packers minus 4.5.
I mean, the Packers could win by 14, or they
No,
could
they
lose
couldn't.
by 21.
Yeah, they're not going to win by
They
14.
better not. They can't.
They'd have to
shouldn't-
score
they can't lose
14.
by 21. And we'll
The
see.
issue is,
What?
AJ, the issue is the defense. If Carson's in there, I have a good feeling the defense for the Green Bay Packers probably going to score a touchdown, pick six or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much the offense on Green Bay is going to score. Now, we assume they're going to figure it out at some point. Will it be this weekend? We shall see, I guess. Give me the Packers.
All right, here we go. Tampa Bay traveling to Carolina. Whew, what in the hell do you do here? Carolina's 13-point dogs at home. Got rid of Christian McCaffrey. He's out of here. Who's starting at quarterback again?
PJ Walker, I think. Let me check.
Stud.
What are you looking at, Colin?
Maybe Sam Darnold as well. He's off the IR.
Oh, so Sam Darnold will be the backup most likely?
Potentially.
To
And
be
could
determined.
thrust into the lineup. Is he an emergency backup like Jameis was? Is he healthy?
I believe he's healthy. Jameis was more so didn't practice all week.
Okay, here we go. Carolina, though, 13-point dogs taking on Tampa Bay. Like Tampa Bay hasn't been lighting up the scoreboard. Where are you going, Pat?
Give me Tampa. I don't know how Carolina even. I
Fields a team?
don't know how they score. I think PJ is awesome. I like DJ more, but
But other than that,
that's tough scenes over there right now. I think that's tough scenes. Now I should resort back to the team that I was on when we went 2-14. I should think about how the building was and how the games were. There was 9 one-score games that took place that year. We just didn't win because, we weren't as good of a team as the other teams were. So maybe they're able to keep this thing within 13 and the division, all odds stacked against them. Are we supposed to pick Carolina here? You think?
It's a lot of, and Tampa's been kind of
see, that's
wishy-washy.
I'm going to take Carolina here at minus 13, Pat. Just listening to you go through it made me think of, all right, yeah, I don't know how the Bucks win by more than 13, but who the hell knows what happens.
Yeah, we should find out what your Colts team was against the spread, because I assume with all those
I
close
assume we
games,
covered.
yeah, very good covering team.
Because you got a lot of guys getting tape that are just trying, like a lot of guys, because the players aren't tanking.
No.
Players are fucking giving it as hard as they can because they're getting time on field. They're getting film for other teams, future contracts, hopefully. Coaches are trying to prove shit as well. So I don't. Yeah. This could be one of those things, though, with all the talk about Tom Brady, and then they come out and win by 50.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Get right game.
Yep.
Give me Tampa minus 13.
All right, here we go. Texans.
Golly, I hate it.
Texans traveling to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Texans are 7-point dogs against Josh McDaniels, Derek Carr, and this whole squad. Where are you going?
Give me the Raiders, just because. I don't know why. I thought the Texans were going to be very good this year. They have let us down. I thought they were better last year almost than they are this year, but
Yep.
that also might be because I'm not watching a lot of their games. So I do apologize. So give me the Raiders, although I love the Houston Texans, folks, and I hope you guys figure it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with you on everything there, too. Give me the Raiders minus 7, and we move on. Is this the Sunday night game?
No.
No, we're not even close to that
No,
yet.
we're not close.
Jets at Broncos. The Jets are what? Jets are 1-point dogs against the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson, and especially, I know he's got Wolverine blood, but do we know for sure he's going to play?
Well, he said he was feeling better, so I'd assume he's going to play.
Really good. Very good. Wolverine blood.
What are
Pat.
you guys' problem? What's
You
your
know
guys'
that?
problem?
He's got
He's doing-
Wolverine blood. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it's like tiger blood, but without the meth, I assume. Like the whole thing, the whole thing about Russell Wilson right now is he's been this way the whole time, right? He's been this way the whole time. We just kind of always allowed it. And by
He was just
we, I
playing
mean,
better.
like,
When he was always playing, it's like anything. If you're winning, you're playing well, you can do whatever you want.
yeah, winning cures all, even like incredibly corny and stuff like
no.
that. So I think Russ is going to remain Russell Wilson. The fork and knife, the blindfolded, the here comes the airplane,
The rapper.
the rapper.
You think he actually took a
the-
bite of the rapper?
Yeah.
They
I
cut
thought
it
we were
off.
talking about
Yeah.
future.
He's a method actor, dude. What are we talking about? He lives his gimmick, dude. Of course he did.
You're right, you're right.
I honestly, they're so bad. If you're to pick the Broncos right now, you are picking just a miserable existence. So I will take the Jets just because I think they're exciting. I think they're electrifying, and I'd like them to get going. Even though Russ isn't going to continue to suck, right? Is this
I
going
don't
to be?
know.
I don't know.
He can't.
And
They
each
have
week
to
is like a
figure it
new,
out.
like minor injury he's dealing with too. I feel like. So how does he get better when his health is only getting worse? I feel like.
Their line also
can't-
isn't great, and the Jets' D line is unbelievable. I mean, if last week was any indication, like they could give them some trouble.
Ugh. Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets. Give me
I'm taking the Jets all day. I think they're going to win, even though they're 1-point dogs. All right. Seattle Seahawks are taking on the Chargers here. Seahawks are 5-point dogs against the Chargers, which is kind of surprising for me as well with what Geno is doing. I know Seattle's defense gives up a bunch. Where are you going here, Pat?
I have no idea. What are you thinking on this? This one's tough. There's a lot of tough games.
I'm very confused by this one. No joke. As I was talking there and setting the game up, telling you what was happening, I was like, I don't know. I have no clue what's going to happen here. What are these teams going to do? The Chargers confuse me. The Chargers, I feel like, should be more consistent. They should consistently score more points, I feel like.
And 5 feels like a pretty good amount of points there.
Yeah.
You know, so you immediately go like Seahawks, and are the Los Angeles Chargers home field advantage crazy? You know, is that going to affect them at all?
I'm taking
I like
Chargers.
Seahawks +5.
Good.
Okay.
Same time. I'm Chargers here.
Yeah,
-5.
They don't have a kicker either, right? I don't know who they signed, but Hopkins is
Chargers?
out, I assume.
Hey, how about Hot Rod hitting from 50 last night?
Yeah.
30.
Hell of a game.
Felt good for him.
Missed an extra point. but-
I did. I didn't. Was that late?
Yeah, I believe it was in the second half.
Yeah, it was.
I had to wake up.
Did you,
5 a.m. wake up call this morning.
Pat? I don't know if you remember last week. That was the last Monday night game when Hopkins had like the heating wrap on his leg. When they would cut to Troy and Joe talking about it, Troy was the best. Troy's like, and they cut to him and they show Hopkins and he has like the heating thing, and Troy's like, well, the plot thickens. Like Troy just kept. I love Troy's attitude, and he was like, just listening to him kind of work it out in his head what was going on with the kicker situation. Troy was just chuckling the whole time, I feel like.
Troy didn't want it to be a storyline. Why is this a storyline? And then the game ends with that guy not being able to stand and knocking home a kick. I love it. I love everything about it. I think D-Hop's incredibly tough, incredibly gritty, incredibly handsome, incredibly talented, incredibly beloved, I assume, in the Chargers fandom right now. But without him, we've learned that if you have a backup kicker, there's a chance you're going to miss one and lose. Give me the Seattle Seahawks +5. I like it.
Okay, I'm with Chargers there. And then we have the Chiefs traveling to take on San Francisco 49ers here. How much does Christian McCaffrey play for the Niners? Does he play? I sure as hell hope he is suited up and he gets plenty of reps. So like we said, maybe red zone package, maybe something. Just give him the ball.
Something.
Give him the ball early and let's see what he can do.
They took a shot to Robbie last night. They took that one shot to Robbie last night.
That was about it, though, right?
Yeah.
He had a couple of
Everything Chuck said about like a spot out or whatever, like they didn't. That would have been an easy way to get him the ball and maybe make him make some magic. But
they're
maybe
just
next week.
feeding D-Hop instead.
Yeah.
Bro, they beat the fuck out of that. They weren't feeding D-Hop early, though.
No.
I was a little bit worried.
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried. And then I think there was a moment on the sideline. D-Hop was sitting down. Kyler was standing up where you saw D-Hop almost say to Kyler, like, hey,
I'm here.
hey.
I'm open every
Remember, yeah. Like, even if there's somebody on me, we're, okay? Just fucking, you know what I mean? Just fucking throw it up to me, pal. And then they started going back. It was like, oh, this is what they looked like at the beginning of last year, middle of last year, before D-Hop gets hurt. I'm happy for that. Will they do that with Robbie Anderson? Who knows? Will they do that with Christian McCaffrey at the Niners? I assume they will. I assume that they'll Kyle, even though it's an incredibly sophisticated offense, I assume he'll give him a couple like, hey, we're going to do this run. We're going to do this run. We're going to have this guy pull juice. You're going to be following juice. He's going to be coming back
Some
this
kind of
way.
jet sweep, something, get him in space somehow early on, too. Don't you think? Just at least get the defense thinking, like, oh, what are they? Maybe they do have more than we thought for this guy.
But this does feel like a Chiefs win, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Off a loss.
Yeah, I got Chiefs -2.5 here.
Me too. I like what the Niners are going to become, but this just feels like a New Heights podcast, Travis Kelce talking about something awesome that they did against the Niners. And once again, Chiefs Bills last week, now Chiefs Niners. Let's go with these playoff matchups that continue to be blessed upon us in this NFL season. I'm pumped about it.
Oh, yeah, we are lucky to watch these guys play. Now, this is the last one, right? The Sunday night?
Yep.
Steelers game. Here we go. Steelers taking on the Dolphins. This is the Tua return game, Tua revenge game. Hey, I'm not concussed. I'm fine. My fingers look great now. Tua, the Dolphins, -7. I just wanted people to know his fingers were fine. People thought his fingers like dislocated themselves.
Yeah.
How's his back?
That's like a reaction to that happen. His back seems to be doing very, very well.
It's a little better. Kenny and Muth also cleared protocol, so they
Okay.
are good to go.
So Kenny Pickett is taking on Tua. Is Kenny starting?
Yeah, it's a concussion bowl.
The concussion bowl. Is that what? Oh, that must be. That's what Sunday Night Football is talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is that going to be Collinsworth, like his
think
slide
so.
in, talking about
yeah,
with
I think
Tirico?
so.
Let's
I
see what
assume so.
Tirico says.
Does he do the slide in?
No, he stopped. Right? Did Tirico
Yeah,
make
no.
say no? Don't do that. We don't play those games here. Or
Yeah,
what?
they just open with Tirico and Collinsworth now.
I wonder why'd he stop? Just because he's like, hey, I'm saving it for Al.
Different
Yeah.
booth, yeah.
So Kirk should do it now.
That should.
You guys asked him that, I think, actually.
Yeah, Kirk should do something different.
Kirk should come from the ceiling. Al, one shot on Al, and then they zoom out, and there's just an empty seat, and then Kirk drops down from the ceiling.
That
Like
would be
he's in like a drop ceiling, and he just falls through, and he's right in his seat.
Or he
Sting.
sits on like a taller seat, and then he just kind of deflates it.
Oh, you're right.
And slowly comes down.
Pat, tell Kirk that. I know he's out there. Tell him we got some ideas.
He's probably listening. Probably listening right now. If he needs coming from the sky like he's fucking Sting back in WCW.
Yes, there it is.
Rafters.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
This is a tough one, but I'm taking Dolphins -7 here, Pat. Who's playing quarterback?
I'm from the town with the great football team. Go on and get them Steelers. They beat Tom Brady last week. Okay, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
And Tomlin says, although we might have stunk against the Bills, that might have been an embarrassing performance. That has happened in years past, and we've been able to turn it around. I like the Dolphins to win. Give me Tomlin and the Steelers +7, though. I like that a lot.
Okay, there we go. I think we were apart on a lot of these picks today, weren't we?
Yep.
So one of us is going to do all right. You would think?
Maybe.
Maybe. Or we
might
both could just do
terrible.
terrible. Yeah. You never